Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a quick Star Wars Squadrons video, because we have some new information on how you will be able to customise your experience in Squadrons to be as realistic and true to the films as possible. This comes from an interview with IGN Japan, where the creative director went into detail on a number of the game's mechanics, and also made clear that the players will have a choice on the exact experience that they are looking for. As we saw in the previous trailers, we are able to customise our ship's exteriors and the cockpits. We saw a little bobblehead of an Ewok in the gameplay breakdown trailer, and while it is stressed that every bit of flair, like the cockpit toys and added holographic elements, have all been designed to look as though they could exist in universe without breaking immersion, but they also understand that this may not feel right to all the fans, and this is actually amazing to hear, because they admit that some players just aren't going to want to see that, and so they have an option where you can completely remove all customization from your ship and anyone else's ship from the game. You still have the choice of customizing your own ship, so if you don't want to customize yours at all and you want to be a regular X-Wing or a regular TIE fighter, you can appear like that yourself and you will appear like that to everyone else online. But if you want to customize yourself loads and still have everyone else appear like they're just regular pilots in plain X-Wings or in plain TIE fighters, and you can just stand out as the only one who's out there in a customized fighter, then you can do that as well. There's also some information about the HUD, because as I mentioned in the comparison between Squadrons and Battlefront 2, we haven't been given yet a full unedited match on Squadrons, so we don't know exactly how much HUD there will be apart from the readings on your cockpit, which do still give you readings such as the enemy's health, your own ship's health, which abilities you have and how many, like for example rockets, how many rockets you still have left to fire. But by default there will also be extra on-screen elements which will help orient players, but they can also be switched off if you want to make it a completely realistic simulator where you just have to rely on your cockpit to know what's going on in a match. So when you start the story, they will give you a choice of whether you want the standard experience or the hardcore mode, which gets rid of a bunch of the UI that helps localize yourself in space. So I assume it will highlight objectives that you have to get to, and maybe like in Battlefront 2 there's a feature where if you let go of the controls of turning the controls, then it will automatically right your ship to be facing the horizon. So there's still an option for people who are new to the genre and new to sort of flight simulators, which would include me. Apart from Starfighter Assault, I've got no experience in these sort of dogfight games, but for those who've got a full-on simulator set up and with lots of experience, they could try out the really realistic mode. There's also some information on the power management system, which allows players to choose how to utilise your engines in your Starfighter, as well as your weapons and shields. So you could decide to put all of your power into your engines, so you're really fast and nimble, but you get taken out in about 5 hits, or you could put it all on your rear shields and just hope that no one gets around from the side or comes at you head on, and you can absorb a whole lot more damage. The default system for this is by hitting a button it will max out that system, so you could immediately max out all of your engines to go full speed, or you could max out your weapons immediately, like the central X-Wing ability in Battlefront 2 perhaps, so you will just get the most powerful blasters as possible, but again you'll be susceptible to being taken out quickly. Or you could put it all on your shields and just try and take up as much damage as possible, maybe before you get a teammate to come and help you out. But there is also a more advanced system where you can individually manage parts of that power, so I assume each one could possibly go up to 100% with the other two on 0, but in the advanced mode you could slowly increase it, so you could have just 5 going towards your ship's shields, and then maybe 20% goes towards the weapons, and then you've got 75% still on the engine, so you can maneuver quickly. This level of detail is just awesome, because this won't only attract casual Star Wars fans, this is also going to attract people who really want to live out their fantasy of flying an X-Wing, and they want to feel like they've really learnt the controls and they have control over everything on the ship. And so the steps they're taking here seem absolutely amazing, and I'm really excited to see how Squadrons turns out. But that is all for this video. Should any more Squadrons news come out soon, of course I'll be reporting up until release, and then I'll be making videos of gameplay once it comes out. So subscribe and you know when all of those videos come out. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, but thank you for watching this one, and hopefully I will see you next time.